How are you doing? It's Martin from Gardens for Life. In this quick video we're just going to give you a couple of quick announcements about the upcoming seed and plant swap and our homesteading workshop day, and followed up by a quick walk around the garden. For those of you who missed the last seed and plant swap, don't worry, we have another one coming up at the end of April now. Sunday the 30th of April from 1 to 5 p.m. in Cullean Hall in County Roscommon. So it's in the Midlands of Ireland and it's halfway between Athlone and Roscommon town. Even if you don't have any seeds or plants to swap for, please come along anyway. You can always make a donation or contribute to the raffle. Lots of great conversations were held and lots of new connections between gardeners also were forged. We did make a quick video of the last event and I'll just give you a quick overview of it. As you can see, a lot of people attended last time and hopefully we can make it a good one this time. Let all your gardening friends know or even bring them along, and there'll be lots of conversations to be had and lots of connections to be made, and hopefully lots of seeds to be swapped too. If you're interested in sponsoring the event, you can contact us below and we'll put up a banner on our website and we'll announce that you're a sponsor. And for those of you interested in homesteading, we also have a homesteading workshop day actually coming up on Sunday the 23rd. You can buy tickets for that on our website. I'll put a link below. The homesteading workshop day actually includes 6 modules: how to grow your own food in a no-dig garden, like the one you see behind me. We'll be touring it in a minute. And how to preserve your own food, how to keep chickens for egg production, how to prepare your own herbal remedies, how to have some backup lights and power, and finally home brewing as well, how to make your own wine and beer and cider. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, just take a look at our websites. There's some demo videos too and some reviews of previous attendees. You can buy tickets on our website. So our new no-dig garden extension has been coming along pretty good. There is definitely some grasses popping up through the compost layer, as you can see, where it was a bit thin. You can see putting down the wood chips on the path makes an awful difference. It also keeps your feet dry and clean. We haven't completed the paths yet all around us here. We actually have a group, a men's shed group, coming up next week to give us a hand with that, and in return we're going to teach them all about no-dig gardening. You can see the red Russian kale is definitely going to seed now, so we're actually cutting out some of those plants now as we go in the garden because we don't want it spreading everywhere. Definitely great insect food, especially for the pollinators early on in the season. So 1 or 2 patches of red Russian kale we're going to keep so that it self-seeds in the garden, just like it has done so for the last 4 years in our other garden. Oh, look at this. Who pulled that up? I bet you it was a bird. You shove that back in the ground and hide it until it roots. It's elephant garlic, actually. We've been planting a lot of onion sets and garlic in among our other plants too in this garden, just because you might as well make use of the space, such as here between the thyme plants. You can see there's a elephant garlic plant, there's another elephant garlic clove, I should say, and some of them have actually already started to grow. You can see those have only been planted recently. And I'll show you some of the ones that have grown, some of the ones that have been planted before the winter, just as a contrast. We'll make our way up that way. How do we get there? It's a little bit of a maze. We haven't got wood chips on the paths here, as you can see. This is actually chard. We planted rainbow chard here. You can see the white variety definitely is dominant, and some of the other ones have died back completely in the winter. The dahlia bulbs have been left in the ground here as well, so we will see if they come back. They should do. Yacon plants need to be dug up really, because they will go rotten if they're exposed to extreme frosts like -7 or 8 degrees Celsius. It'll actually freeze them and rot them. Now let me walk across here as we do these stepping stones as well, where we don't want to waste any planting space, but we still want to be able to get across and get access to our garden beds. Do we definitely want to save on paths as much as possible, make the paths as minimal as we can. Maybe I should make a video just about paths actually. Well, it is part of our no-dig gardening course though. These are the elephant garlic that have been planted before the winter. You can see they look like leeks because they are in the leek family. You can see they've already grown a lot bigger already. And these are the potato onions. And we always interplant some flowers, especially perennial flowers like these oriental poppies, for example. Some lemon balm in between as well. And some berry bushes like these josta berries. You can see the path can get quite mucky. Let me show you here. It can get quite mucky and it actually becomes anaerobic at that stage. So we better put some wood chips on top. So in this section here towards the back of the garden, you can see the nettles and the grasses have definitely taken over, or starting to take over again. And I might pull those up. I don't need more nettles. I have nettles in other parts of the garden, so we don't want those spreading everywhere. What we might do is we might cover all of this grass here with black plastic, such as this builder's plastic. So this will be a little bit of a problem when you have other plants in between, like the great mullein for example. Dealing with those grasses, you have to pull those up individually rather than being able to cover them with plastic, because we have other things planted here already. Not much planted here yet except for some black currants, which I'm not sure have taken. I don't know if they have taken. And we've also planted some rhubarb here too, just to grow those out. Glaskins perpetual. They're only small yet. So this section here is actually the original Brassica Island, and it's definitely much older of a garden than the new garden way over there. And you can see it is just basically an ocean of kale. We left Sutherland kale go to seed, and it has grown back now. You can see even a little too dense for its own good, but hopefully it'll grow fairly big before it goes to seed, so that we can either eat it or feed it to our animals. And you can see this is a hybrid poplar. We also have some willows planted here too, and some Taunton Dean kale. So what we did was we just stuck a few cuttings in the ground in between here. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a patch of Taunton Dean going here. And we can go over this way. I'll try not to step on any of these kale cuttings. We'll be bringing some of those as prizes, I'd say, to the raffle or to the seed swap. This is a lovage plant. I need to cover that a bit more. For those of you interested, we have a insect pile here right beside our older garden, which is the pizza garden. If you haven't seen the videos of how we made this garden yet, it's worth checking it. It was made 3 years ago, and we covered basically an area of 10 by 8 meters with mushroom compost that was well rotted down, and we made paths in the shape of a pizza, which you can no longer even see at this stage. But we're going to recover this with probably 2 to 3 inches of compost, and we'll put wood chips on top of it. I believe we're going to turn it into a perennial garden, because we've been planting quite a few berry bushes and various different perennial plants in between our annuals. And you can see actually we've planted nothing here at all this winter or this spring yet. The only thing we had planted here was some extra American elder cuttings, and you can see even the fennel has self-seeded as well. We used to have only this patch over here, just here, and now we have lots of fennel. I even pulled up a bunch of tubers, or a lot of roots already. They look a bit like a parsnip actually. And this is the Daubenton kale, which is really ornamental, and we're going to try to propagate that. We do more cuttings. Yeah, so we have the odd dandelion. We don't mind the dandelions too much. We like them. There's lots of uses for them. I mean, the flowers could be used for making wine or cordial, and you could even eat the leaves. They're very good. It's a very good bitter. And the roots are medicinal too. You can make tincture. But the trouble with them is that they spread too quickly. So we'll remove most of the dandelions that are here, because we don't want the entire garden to be full of them. It was just a quick walk around the garden. If you have any questions about our gardens or no-dig gardening or any of the plants in our gardens, just leave a comment below, and or contact us on our website. And if you're interested in our homesteading workshop day, take a look at our website as well. We also have cuttings and tubers and plants available there too. And don't forget, come to the seed and plant swap here in Roscommon County, in the Midlands of Ireland, on Sunday the 30th of April. More details on our website below. And we will see you at the next one. Bye bye. Well, no tour would be complete without showing you the curly willow.